Welcome to Arta Processing, everyone. Today we're going to use or learn how to use motion tracking in Blender. First of all, I want you to open Blender and follow with me. Click this plus sign over here, VFX motion tracking. Before you do anything, render properties, color management, switch to standard, film transparent. You have to drag your footage, otherwise I don't know what you want to track. Anyways, so I want you to pay attention to this very end frame over here. Once I click this set scene frames, it switches. And what that means, this video is 96 frames long. So Blender is going to shrink the frames in order to fit your scene. Click prefer so that you load it into the memory, so that when you play it, it's going to be smooth. Change the frame rate according to your footage. You have two ways to put tracking markers. Either control click, there you go, X to delete the tracker, or detect features. Now this is automatically done by Blender, but before I want to show you something, control click, click this track over here, and this is kind of what the tracker sees. So make some adjustings, make this tracker over here to just travel between these pixels that are in the box and not go, I don't know, beyond here or here. So after you've done that, you can remove the box over here, hit Alt S and click here. So you're gonna notice this green and red thing over here, but don't worry, we'll get to that later. So I want you to pay attention to something. I'm gonna delete the tracker, control click, and if I play it, the tracker is not logged in here, right? But once I hit this thing, right now when I go back, it's logged in into this blueprint. Now here's the fact. You got these buttons over here. Let me delete. Control click to add the tracker. So this is track markers if you want to do it frame by frame, and it will take you forever, so you want to click this one so that you will do it from frame 1 to frame 96. Again, I want to mention that I'm going to make a video, a separate video, how to shoot proper videos for motion tracking, as the goal of this scene over here is I wanted to put something over here and be sticked while I'm moving the camera. So I'm gonna use detect features. This is automatically, and apply this. So you'll notice something over here. These are the trackers. We got 9 trackers. You go over here, solve, click on tripod. Again, it depends. So for me, I want something to be glued over here. So I have to put tripod so that Blender knows that, oh, you want something to be sticked. And solve camera motion. You have two possibilities for the solving error. Either you make it less than 5 pixels or closest to 0. So I'm gonna tell you how to clean up tracks. Over here, again, you got these numbers. These are the tracking errors, and you got 7, you got 6. I'm gonna delete these. There we go. And I'm gonna click A to select everything, solve again, and you have 2 pixels. That is a great result. So set up tracking scene over here, click it so that the scene is gonna be loaded into the layout. Go to layout, numpad 0, or click on numpad 0 on the camera, delete the default cube, the default plane, delete background, and delete background. Now you want to go ahead and set up the X and Y, no, this is X and Y to fit onto your scene. Let me show you. There we go. There we go. So this is the 3D cursor. So it's a reference of where the center of your scene is. Now I want to use, for example, I'm going to go ahead and import something. I want this logo to be over here. Ta-da! No, there we go. Gonna scale this. Try to edit your objects on the scenes as good as possible so that it can be believable. And ta-da! It's glued on the ground. Pay attention to the XY, the X to the X stripe over here. I'm sorry I forgot the name, but as you can see, it's glued. So this is because the trackers and the solving error were well done. Right now, if you go ahead and apply it here, you're gonna see that about the film. If you disable the transparent, you're not gonna see anything. But if you enable it, you're gonna see everything. So don't mind my HDRI because it's so weird. But anyways, this is just to show you how to use motion tracking. I hope you learned something. Now I do want to mention that I'm going to make a separate video regarding how to make or how to create the perfect scene regarding in order to have the best results on Blender. And this is something that I've actually, it took me like a lot to figure out. So it's not something that like random or anything. So be sure to be part of the gallery by subscribing, leave a like, and please comment if this tutorial was useful or not. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and see you.